Swedish Forge, what's up? Hey there, welcome back, guys. We're live. Hopefully this is the last print of this thing. We'll try to do as much as we can before I have to go. I just need to push everything over here. It says we're live, but we're not live because there's nothing happening on that screen. So it takes a while for YouTube to catch up on that particular angle. But I'm going to go here while that's catching up. Let's see. I have one here. We need it over there. They're still working down the street. Hopefully we don't lose power again like we did. I still have to pick up where we left.
I always clean the outside part of my Mac.
I still have to pick up where we left off and do the YouTube shorts. But what's up? I'm just on that screen, so it takes a while. Nice. My voice is good. It's matching to the sound of my lips. Well, for now, right? But no, we fixed that problem many moons ago. Let's just say hello. Hey. Hold on. Hey, what's up? I got that email. I love that. Hopefully we can start that print next week. It's gonna take a while to print though, so it's gonna be fun though because we'll have to prime it, I believe, and then after the prime, do all the other fun stuff that comes with it. But thank you for that file. It's so cool. I'm so looking forward to it. I did print one of these little things just now. Printing another one. I need a total of 4. While that piece is printing, we are going to have to use the Dremel a little bit. I hope all's well with you, Swedish Forge. Let's see. Creality high. Me stuff. So unfortunately, I could swap these, but I don't think, no, I won't. You can't swap them because this one goes into this one, and so I have to use the Dremel to make this hole a little bit bigger so that we can we'll take it apart. Taking it apart is easy. I just hope it fits because this does look a little bit bigger, but I guess this is like braces that hold that in. But I managed to switch the Dremel part, but as you can see, this hole is small and it has to be that size. I knew I forgot something. The doom scrolling, what do they call it, layout. I forgot the doom scroller because YouTube prioritizes the doom scroller with the comments, I believe, because they don't, no, it doesn't prioritize the comments in that section. So I have to hopefully, that's weird. It didn't okay, it loaded. So I just need to make sure, just say hello. But I can't be everywhere at once. I think you guys said that to me, right? But I do want to edit it, so because we do know that the that format does get more views. Like 5 views on the last one, and then 100 views in the iPhone format, because people have their phones first. I'm just gonna select auto recommended. And then go here, and voila, we are golden. Now I can close it. Oh, I can't close it. Now I have to bring the comments out, which is fine. That's the least of my worries. And go back to the channel, and then click on the video. 5. It says 5 watching right now. Wow, 5 in portrait mode. Welcome, whoever you are watching in the portrait. Feel free to stop by and say hello, pop out chat, and now I can do business as usual. Okay, so that's there. Except, interesting. Hold on. Let me just make sure there's sound, because Swedish Forge said something, but I did not hear. I didn't hear no bells. Hold on. Let's go to new. And audio. Let me just go here. Okay, I hear myself. Wait. Sure, there's sound. Okay, we got audio, but I didn't hear. I didn't hear the bell on the output go ding. Right, let me just say hi. Let me say hello. Well, that's not me. That's usually Streamlabs. Nothing I can do about that. I said hi. There we go. Okay, cool. So that's working, and the other one's working. All right. So now, as I was saying, that one piece is printing. And I gotta make this part a little bit bigger. This Dremel was sent to us as part of a collaboration, which is really cool. I never even knew what one was until I was sent one, to be honest with you. Never used one before. So this whole, I could print it again, but nah, it's fine. We don't need to. Yeah, so the power might go out. Hopefully it doesn't. They're still working down the street. They're changing the poles. They're making dedicated lines for power, and dropping on the lower line is going to be cable. So now when the cable guy comes, he doesn't have to worry about getting electrocuted, because the power lines are going to be way up where they need to be and not on the same pole. Which is really cool. I said hi, Blocks Tube AK-47. Hello, Blocks Tube. Welcome to the channel. That's the only thing we haven't printed on the channel is the AK-47. We have printed some 3D guns that shoot, different projectiles like BBs, Q-tips, little handguns like little Westerners, things like that. I'm a content creator. That's great. Welcome to the channel. So this is 3D print of the week. Every week we have 3D print of the week, and next week we actually have Swedish Forge's print that we will be doing. So one of the pieces are done. So this hopefully will fit in there. Nope. Needs to be just a little bit longer on the other end. Okay. Yeah, so this is this 3D print of the week. It doesn't fly, but it does work. Well, sort of. We haven't tested it yet. I'm thinking it's going to be more like an accent piece. It's going to be one of those pieces that look cool when your friends come over. They'll be like, "Oh my god, that's so cool. What is that?" And be like, "Don't worry. Don't worry about it." You'll show them. You know, like if you ever go to someone's house and they have like a piano or violin hanging on the wall, like, "Oh, that's so cool, you play." Like, no, I got it at Sotheby's, it was on sale, and so now it just hangs there. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what I think the plane is gonna be like. So it just needs to be a little bit, oh wow, interesting, longer. Oh nice, it went in, see? And then we have here, voila. And then the other piece just printed. So here's this. This is really cool. I'll show you on the full view. Can I tell you something? Yeah, you can tell me something. As long as it's good. Otherwise, you get sent to the timeout room. Share. Please do share. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but... so yeah, so here we are here. We've got this part. Got to shut off our Dremel to conserve battery. And so far so good. So these pieces go, honestly, I'm not sure. In the front, so they slide on. It's a prop car / plane, part car. It doesn't fly, but it drives. It's run by Rubber Band Technology. Oh no. One of them goes in the middle, so we have to take one of the wings off. Here we go. Samsung only. Oh, me stuff. So this one has to come off. Hopefully it lets us take it off. We got to get two in there. One just printed, which is great. And so we'll take one off. And now if we pop the bottom one, see the bottom one's in there really tight. Wow, it's really in there. So we could always print another one, but I don't want to be honest with you. So now we can, just requires a little bit of muscle. So this squeezes in here like that. We just printed another one, which is great, which means we'll be able to seal the deal. I think. I don't know. kinda doesn't really honestly do justice. A little bit of a bummer. It's not true to size. Maybe once we get it on. Nope, it don't fit. That sucks. Let me take the wing off. And then try and put it on. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay. It's not gonna fit. It's like a little jaggedy on these edges right here. Might be able to squeeze it on, but I doubt it. Or sand it a little bit. Turn off our Dremel. A little bit of a bummer. This is more like a printing defect. But if we can somehow finagle it, so that yeah, the link is in the description. So feel free to download the file. You can follow along. We'll probably, oh nice, see, that did it. Yay, it fits, but it's not gonna be a snug fit, to be honest with you, which is a little bit of a bummer. We could always jam something in there though to get it to work. Let's see how the other one printed, because we need two for in there. One just finished on the printer. We just finished printing another one. Let's see what we have here. There's one, and then we can just keep pushing along and getting more pieces out. So these will be yellow. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but that's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. Because look, now we can put the other one on, and then we could just jam it with paper or something. Oh yeah. Oh, I see. The space is there so that the bottom part fits. Okay, that makes sense. And then now we can seal the deal, I think, and put this on. Yeah, because the other piece goes in between. So hopefully, might have to bust out the other printer, turn it on. Again, if the show drops, it's because the power. They're putting up new poles down the street. Let's check out his channel. Blocks Tube. Let's see. We always check out everyone's channel. Interesting. Okay, Blocks Tube. Something tells me you're a troll. Alright, anyway, on that note, we'll just close that out. And so now, how does that go? Oh, so this goes in between there like that. So let me see if I could print one of the longer pieces. I forget what they're called, but this way we can speed up the process. Get two printers running, because the Creality High does take forever to start its print. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Where are you from, Blocks AK-47? Shouldn't you be in school? Let's see what we have here. We might slice it. First, let's find the part. Let's go to Samsung Me, and then go here. We can shrink that, and here we go. Let's see. The latest update to the iOS. It doesn't give you maybe here. Oh yeah, it does give you a preview. You can click on it, but it doesn't give you like the full depth. Like before with the previous iOS operating system for Mac, it would show it like that, like this, as a preview. Now, with the new operating system, what is it? I don't know. What is it? I don't know. So you got to do that on all of them, even though the names are there. This is an axis. That's the last piece. We'll probably do that one. Those are wheel. It looks like a wheel. Yeah, it's a wheel. So these are labeled. What's a beam? Oh yeah, these are the beams. You might have to print another one. So we'll just start from the top. We have the propeller, thanks to Swedish Forge, who helped us. We have that spacer, which is great. That's an easy print. We've got the hook. Do we have? Yeah, we have the hook, which is on the end. In case you're wondering, this is the hook that the rubber band clips to. And then you have here, there we go. I think that's what we're looking for. No, we have that already. Nope, we got that. And then we have, usually I just delete them. This is what we need. Let's see. Oh man. Hopefully, right? Is there anything on the build plate? Hopefully not. This is like one of those pieces that, yeah. Is there something on here? Yeah, there is. Just delete that. Here's our, is that a clamp? It's hard to say whenever you open one up. So just do this, because sometimes the name doesn't correlate, right, to whatever you put in. And then if we click it, there was a time when you can click Creality or on the file and it would just open it on a new window. Now you just kind of have to quit it. Alright, so let's see. So this is a G-hub. I wonder if this will print. I wonder if it doesn't, hopefully it doesn't need supports. And then we'll go here. Hyper PLA, which is fine. Let's just change the printer. Ender 3S1 Pro and slice it. I just have to change the filament in the Ender, unfortunately, and the Ender has to be turned on. Just a little bit of a bummer, unless why not? Let me see what's in there. Double check. We have Pet G. Yeah, we have Pet G in there. Let me switch it. Pet G is expensive, and it's not like we got a lot of it, you know. What the hell, right? What have we got to lose? It's just gonna sit there anyway. Alright, so let's see. So then we'll go here. Instead of Hyper Peel A, we're going to select change the material to Creality Pet G, and hopefully the magic will happen. Slice it, and then we can't send the print to there. We got to get up and do it. Export G code. And we won't get a preview, which is fine. And then we're gonna go, it's weird how my desktop, see, it's not here, it should be here. Oh, there it is right there, but let's save it to the desktop. See, there it is right here. And then hopefully we'll get one printing on the Creality. So let me just go to the printer so that you guys can see. Interesting. Hold on. Where's Reflector? Usually Reflector starts up. It's part of the startup experience, but apparently not. Alright, let's see. Am I on the Wi-Fi? Oh, Matrix extended. No wonder I have to be on the same Wi-Fi as my phone. Great. Yay. 7683. 7683. You're like, hey, he's sharing the passcode. It changes every experience. So when I log off with my phone, it's going to generate a new one. I have it set that way. So now, if we go to camera and then rotate this, put it on video so you could see better. And then we're on reflector, and I'll put it in like force landscape, right? Yeah, it looks good. There we go. Now we can go to the other printer so that you guys can see. So one started, but we need to be over here to take that out. So now I have to take the file and drag it. I could send it to the printer wirelessly. Hold on one sec. But that's not going to work, unfortunately. Because it just doesn't, it screws everything up. It doesn't print, it doesn't stick. But when I get up, it works really fine. Well, if I get up and stick it in, it's a glitch with the Beagle print camera. And just drop it in. There it is. And now I can prioritizing the phone camera being shared. That's just fine. I just ejected it. You could look at her. Look at me. So now I can pull it out. It goes in normally on your drive thingy. But for some reason, it goes in upside down on your inside your Ender 3. See? So whenever this firmware needs to be updated on the camera, because when I send it there, The only thing is that I don't know. Oh yeah, we can look. I don't know how long it's going to take to print. Let me just stop mirroring. Hold on. That's the only downside. So we can go back to our slicer because the time is never exact on the Ender 3 S1 Pro. It says here though, 8 minutes. That's pretty good. Hopefully it prints. And we'll have this thing put together in no time. So now we got one more piece printed. Don't see. So the other wheel goes. Let's see in the picture. Where is the picture? Let me go into my downloads. Go back. We had the, oh, here it is. It's on my desktop. And the other two go in the front. That'll be easy. And thankfully the other piece will just jam in. So we have to open this right here. But we do have one more printing. Hold on 1 second. New stuff. There we go. Don't put it together until it's actually, until you have all the parts printed. Oh, I should have done it from the front. Look. Yeah. Interesting. So then this, nice. See, this one goes on easily. So we gotta wait. So let's put this one back. Oh no, we can't because this one has to go in first, and then the other part comes out. Okay, so we're almost there. We got one more printing. The oh wow, I was gonna say the Ender 3S1 Pro doesn't require a lot of attention, but as you can see, we got a stringer trailer. I think it's just waiting for the printer to get at an ideal temperature. Sometimes, I don't know, things will glitch out. I don't see the print. It says 2%, but nothing. What do we print it? We send it to Ender 3S1 Pro. Nothing is happening. A little bit of a bummer. And we had the material has PETG. Might have to stop it. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Oh, yes, now it's starting. Okay. It's been a while since I used that one. It is a little bit slower, but it's an amazing printer because I believe it's like the cockroaches of printers. If the nuclear war was to happen, the cockroaches would be the only ones left, and that printer would be still doing what it needs to do. It's just so amazing that way. And it's just a little bit slower, and a lot of guys used to tell me like my streams are going to be so much faster, shorter because of the Creality High. But so far so good. Looks like this will work the magic. See these two going here. I'm doing yellow for the front. At least I hope. Oh yeah, there's yellow. So we got to make sure that they're in its correct place. So one will go at the bottom. Let's see what we have here. Samsung me stuff. Did you check out Swedish Forge? Did you see the? Oh man, the front one has to come off. The video of the mine, isn't it cool? It's quite adventurous. I'm definitely going back with my friend Kieran. So we gotta put one more in. See? This one didn't need to be grinded. This one, sometimes it's hit or miss with the prints, whereas like it'll print beautifully here, and then on the other one, I don't know what happened. It came out a little burnt and stuff, you know. The only downside is that part. We might have to take it apart. Nice. Glad you liked it. Yeah, it was quite the adventure. The police were there, not for me, but apparently there was like a murder or something. Someone died. I don't know if it was murder, but someone was there to pick up a body. And when I got there, they were like, come back in 30 minutes. And like, okay, you know, you can do your thing. And then I came back. He's like, oh no, can you come back in 45 minutes? I was like, sure. He's like, wow, you're back again. This was the inspector, or the, you know, like the, I don't know, the guy who they send when I guess there's a body. And I came back after the third time. He's like, well, you know, if you come back in 30 minutes, no one will be here. Don't forget to make the hook forward. Yeah, I took your advice with the hook. I just hooked it. I did nothing fancy. I just did this. I was like, you know what? Swedish Forge was right. Just make it a hook. And they, after the third time I came back, he's like, if they're here and that police car is gone, you can go into the woods. And I came back, and the police car was gone, and there was a van there. And I thought it was the van. I was like, oh, wow. I asked the guys, like, what happened? He's like, I don't know. They let me in because they thought I was here to pick up the body. And this was not like someone... The mine is a rock scramble. So, you know, nothing crazy. But apparently, someone was hiking close to the road. And I don't know if their partner killed them or someone died. But where I was, when I was going to get to the main trail, which was closed off, that takes you to the mine, it was a crime scene. It wasn't like, you know, they sent someone there to investigate. They were picking up with their Ziploc bags and everything, you know, I guess collecting evidence. And I was trying to, like, I was like, do you guys need help? Like, do you need help looking for someone? And they're like, no, we got this. They're coming. And like, who's they? And he's like, I'm not at liberty to say who they are, which is kind of cool. I was like, oh, nice. Someone who doesn't have like identify with pronouns when they refer to they, them. Because back in the day, at least when I was growing up, when you said they're coming, you know, referred to like some sort of conspiracy theory, right? Of like, who are they? Or like, you'd like tell my wife I'm inviting my friend over to dinner, and like, who's coming? It's not who, it's like, it's they're coming for dinner. And then she preps for like 20 or 30 people because they're coming for dinner. And then the doorbell rings and it's just one person, and then she's like, where are they? And they're like, no, it's just me. So it's like, so anyway, he's like, they're coming. So he was referring to like the coroner. So they let the guy in with the van because he was, and it would look like a legit van. It looked like a legit body bag van. It was white, had all the stickers, you know, all these permits and stuff. I assume, you know, like the regular coroner's van would have. And he was just as intrigued as I was, but they didn't want to share anything. But yeah, that's all we know. That's all we got. No one's ever. I did slip going in because it's wet. A lot of that snow is melting. I could go back to the end, but as you saw, it was too slippery, and I mean, if I do go there, I'm going to bring my friend Kieran when he comes back from London or abroad. We're going to go back in because he wants to go in, and we were supposed to go. Well, I'm going to take him in first and then see if he thinks it's okay for his son to go in there. I should just send him the video, right? And be like, yo, Kieran, you missed you on the last one. And then, but I took him to the Bradley mine, the other one. He loved that one. And then we just haven't arranged for the time to go back into this one. There's so many. It was just amazing. And yeah, so this looks okay. This one bent a little bit, but that's all right. You know, we could always print another one of those. Oh, let's check the print though, because the ender is sort of fickle that way. Forest of Death. Yeah, right? Except no one died in the mine. No, people are dying from... Oh, nice. It's printing. From, like, other shit that's happening. So he's like, hey, baby, you want to go for a hike? And then he's like, you know, I've been thinking. They must have gotten to it. Something happened. I don't know. I don't want to know. I did want to know, but now I was Googling it. Because sometimes, like, the police blotters, when they call dispatch, it's, like, posted. There's, like, that guy, like, Nightcrawler that's always listening. The photographer that pops out of nowhere. So this looks pretty good. Oh look, we just finished one, so now we can go here. So one will be in Petchi and the other one will be in PLA. Don't hate the player. And then go here. So now what we'll do is we'll just change the material and then go here and change it to Hyper PLA. And one, I guess the color doesn't really matter, right? Because prepare, and then yeah, but that was the first time I've ever went on a hike and they were like waiting for the van to come to pick up the body so close to the road too, and they were crying, you know. So I really don't know though. I'm gonna keep looking in the news to see what happened. It's got to make the news, right? You can't keep that hush. So instead of export G code, oh nice, the other one finished. Full version of me, and then we'll go here. There we go. And yeah, so that's good here. Alright, so that one we're going to send to the other printer. Export G code, it's doing Hyper PLA. Instead of export, we're just going to send the print. Printing will be done using spool holder colors. No. Oh, no wonder why. Hold on. So you want to make sure, that's the only downside. When you switch the printer, you switch it back. It's nice that they had that little arrow. That's pretty cool. Otherwise, I would have just pressed print. Now we can slice it. And now, see, we have our filament here. It seemed too good to be true. This is the experience you want. But it's a nice little pop-up. Excuse me. Last time we got pop-ups, I got hacked. This time I got pop-ups, and it's alright. I could live with that. Just, it looked legit, too. It was like a legitimate experience. Somewhat. Alright, knowing that, moving forward, let's go to the, oh, I printed on the Creality High. That's so cool. I mean, sorry, on the, Ender 3 S1 Pro. Ah, come on. Creality High, Ender 3. There we go. Yay! Alright. Yeah, that didn't use a lot of filament. That was alright. So then now, depending on where this goes, I'll show you this piece here. Me stuff. This one goes in the middle. So it looks like, oh no, you could squeeze it in. See? Except I want to make sure it goes like where it looks like it goes in the picture. So if we go to Samsung Me, that one started. I think we could send another print to the Ender 3 S1 Pro. Be like, you know, it can't be like Professor Zephir from the X-Men. I can just sit in my chair and do it. No, unfortunately not. So that's what that extra spacing is on the top. I thought we had to jam it with like newspaper or something. PetG looks kind of nice though. I think I'm going to print it again. Because on the Ender 3 S1 Pro, there's no buffer. You just shit will just print. So like it just knows. Once you calibrate it, it's set for life. You know, it doesn't need to calibrate. Sometimes it does. You know, each and every print. But yeah, that's pretty cool there. And then the other one goes over here. Let's print another one. Let's do PetG. I'm just gonna press print again on the other printer. Yeah, that's the only thing you gotta look out for is the remnants of stuff that builds up with the pet G under the nozzle. Sweet. Well, let's check out Swedish Forge's page, see what he's printing. He's got some cool Star Wars stuff. If you're a Star Wars fan, you will love his page. Or if you like 3D prints and stuff like that, you'll love his page too. He's always forging something. Go to channel. Oh, nice. Swedish Forge. Oh, I see Star Wars. And he brought her to life. Lizard Attack Swedish Forge. Interesting. Only 42. How do you only have 42 subscribers? Let's see the live stream though. 38 views. So you're doing pretty good. Let's see the shorts. Shorts should be doing pretty well though. Nice. Wow. 1K, 300. So good. Your shorts are doing well. I think long form content is dead. Even for me, my last video I think got 9 views, which is really weird. You know, yeah, you have to just, everything's about shorts now. Shorts. No one wants to watch. Like, I gotta watch a 30-minute video. For me, I'm good because those long form videos are for content or material that I'm sent, like the meter, the metal detector and stuff like that. So many collabs, and the light box. I gotta do that one too. Let me hold on 1 second. I just want to see. There was one collaboration I can't remember. But I keep saying I gotta use Jira. Let's click on YouTube tires. For my bike. So we got 2 prints happening. You know what? Creality High, not Creality High. Ender 3S1 Pro will be done, I think. Hold on. Yeah, it's still printing. It'll be done by the time the Creality High decides it's calibrating. It's always calibrating. I can get like freaking 10 prints spit out with okay. Let's see. Starlink. It's raining, so I can't do the Starlink video. Starlink collabs. There we go. Mini groups. Tesla box. What is the Tesla box? Oh, interesting. Yeah, we got another Tesla thing coming. So many Tesla, not Tesla, but Starlink collabs. Okay, this is the one. Yeah, I know that one. Who sent me that one? Hold on. Ah, this one, yeah. Starlink mini mount for the car. Yeah, that one's going to be challenging, but that one's going to be a fun one. Kids are looking forward to that one. Hold on, I just got to log into my email. Look at that. Print's happening. Gotta love it. Let's see. Yeah, when I showed up, it says, oh, I was like, is there something I should not do so you guys don't have to come back? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you guys are here for an incident that happened, so I just want to make sure that what I'm going to do, you know, you guys are going to come here for me too. He's like, no, you don't need to worry. You do what you're going to do. This is like, I forget how he worded it. He was like, this is, we're not at liberty to discuss. And then it turns out if they had not let the guy in with the van, we would have never known. But they let him in because they thought he was there to collect the body. It was a nice white van, you know. So they were like, yeah. All right, let's see who this is from. That's really nice that it's printing. Yep. Great. I found out who it's from. Sometimes they send you stuff, or they reach out to you, and they don't give their name. I'm like, who is this person? And I just say yes. But I don't know who you are. It says, hello, I watched your videos on juxing and really like them. Okay, you like them, but which is fine. We still do the collab, but I like to give them the shout out. You're like, hey, this video special thanks to Ed, this video special thanks to Julie, or you know, like, everyone likes a shout out. Swedish Forge, which is our next one. But looks like we got nobody to thank on this one. We have like Park Net Influx. That's about it, you know. They have the requirements for what they want me to do. Here, I'll share with you. So this is what I need to do. Get a close-up of the mount on the car roof. Use your hand to point out, if I can remember that. I'm not worried about that. Drive the vehicle at high speeds or on a bumpy off-road trail. They're that confident that that shit will work. Yeah, I don't know about that. Film the mount from the side. That I can do because I have a mount that was sent to us from one of our other collaborations for the camera, which is just phenomenal. It's magnetic. Do you have a Starlink? I thought you watched my stuff. Literally. They want to do a collaboration for the Starlink, and then they asked me, do I watch? Yes, if you actually saw my stuff, look. And because they do the intro, in the intro they're like, here it says, I watch your videos. Well, clearly not. So a lot of times it's just cut and paste, and then they have the link to the thing here. And for me, I always like to look at the links. And then the only thing, don't be fooled by, sometimes it says non-influx. Sometimes they use their Gmail. I know a lot of collaborators on YouTube, or influencers, whatever you want to call them, tell you not to click on the link, or, you know, if they have a Gmail account, it's fake. You just got to keep an open mind and read the email. It's all about the font, and just, you know, sometimes you just use your intuition. You know, sometimes I've been wrong, and sometimes I've been right. And the times I was wrong, I was hacked, and the times I was right, you're right. So sometimes, you know, you just have to have like that extra security in your computer. But you know, it is what it is. But the Creality High finally started, which is great. Let's see what we have here. Creality High. But the Ender 3 is probably going to be done before then. Maybe. I don't know. It'll be like a race, like a print off me stuff, and then go to Creality High. Creality High is printing pretty fast. It's printing the same part. I could always stop it, but just in case, because I wasn't sure if the other one would work. So now we're almost done with this baby. So now if we go here, go back into our 3D print file flash folder, Samsung Me. You can close this window. I'll look at this later because I really need to know more about the next collaboration, because I'm a little bit behind. There was one I have with the light, but we'll figure that one out later too. Alright, so let's see. So now we'll go back into the folder. You can go here. No. Like that one might print again. No. 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 Oh yeah, that's what we need. How many of these? I wonder if they're all the same though. They look the same. Yeah, they do. I think it should be able to be like the universal snug fit. Sometimes I see that they have, nope. Alright, so that looks good. So we'll just open it. Open sesame. Hopefully there's nothing else on the board. See, I hate that. Back in the day, you used to be able to click on a new STL file and it would open up in the new window. Unfortunately not. Good luck with that. Alright, so now we'll print these and we'll just do PLA. We'll send it, we'll slice it and send it to the print. We'll just compare the two pieces. You can't start the print yet anyway. But, oh nice, the Creality High is finished. Yay. Alright, oh sorry, Ender 3S1 Pro. Forget the names of my printers. Alright, so this would be cool. Sweet. The only thing I hate about the Ender 3S1 Pro, I love it. It's like a love-hate, like my yard. I love it and hate it at the same time. Is when you need to calibrate it. When it needs calibration, it's like a nightmare. So look, now we have this one. I'll probably send one of these pieces to the printer. Let's see where it goes. Look at the picture. New stuff. Here we are. Here is the picture. Just want to put it as close to where it needs to go as possible. Oh, I see where it goes. Right at the edge of the thingy in the front. The hole right at the edge of there. According to the image. And then this. Sweet. Bob, you might like this. This is really cool. Oh, only if it works, right? These two pieces I might print again, but not today. Yeah, and then we have those little things, those little long gated parts, and it should stand. And then this, thanks to Swedish Forge, we have a propeller, and now we can put this on. Oh well, yeah, because we don't. Yeah, I think that can go on. It's weird though. You would think. Well, they probably want you to bend this so that it. But it doesn't turn. Maybe the rubber band will do that. Make that magic happen. And you want to make sure the propeller is on correctly too, I guess, right? Because one part's push and the other part's pull. Kind of like a drone. Some people have trouble with their drones getting them off the ground because they put the props on backwards. Alright. Oh, nice. Creality High just finished. Yay. And there it is. The masterpiece. I'm going to take that off and then just start this one. I think we can do... Oh, you just can't press start until it's done. I'll take it off and compare. Hold on. The hook is probably too short. Yeah, he's right. It is too short. It's too short because good eye though. I think you have to bend this part, the tip. Oh, you can't see. Yeah, I was finagling with it. I was like, oh no, I don't have any more paper clips. See, it's too short. Wow, I can't believe you can see that from where you are. Because we probably want to bend the tip, and then the when the rubber band pulls, to create that friction. It's gonna pop right out, and there's not enough room to bend it. But let's send another print. While we send another print to the printer, we will fix that. Except it won't let us. It's still, yay! Finally. Okay, we got one. This will take. Oh wow, 2 minutes? No. 2 minutes to print the leg. Wow. So that's pretty well, sort of. That's like that's the Creality High. 2 minutes is equivalent to like 10 minutes because it's gonna take. That's why I was using the Ender 3 because it shit takes too long. So we have. Oh, nice. That fit. That fit. Yeah, let's send one to the Ender because I don't want this to take forever. Full version of me, Samsung me. Let's go back to prepare. We can print 2. For every 2 is like equivalent to 1 on the Creality High. So Ender 3 S1 Pro. Oh man, let's see though. Except it's gonna be in Pet G. How much do I have? That shit's expensive for a print like this, you know? Let me think. I will print it in P. I'll just swap the filaments. I can swap the filaments and the Creality High will still be working its magic. Alright, so we'll do PLA, leave it on Ender 3 S1 Pro. I'll swap the filaments, save my gold for later, and then instead of SemPrint, we'll export it and call it whatever we want. Gear strip, save it. Should be on the desktop. We could try, and I was going to say we could try sending it wirelessly, but we know it's not going to work. We know it's not going to work because we spent like a couple of hours on a live stream trying to get something to print. And first we thought it was the print bed, it needed leveling, then we thought it was the STL file, then we thought it was the settings, and then we thought, well, we did like, you guys helped me out so much with it, and then we were like, why don't we just try getting up and walking over with the SD card? Yeah, so the Beagle print is great, but not so great. So here we go, there's our own title, there's our gear. I'm gonna push it over here so that you guys can see what I'm doing at the printer, because I do need to, it takes a little bit to change the filament, but see, we got a new code 7683, and then wait for it, and then the only thing is that, oh nice, I was gonna say the only thing is that you have to reset this, but apparently not. So we go into camera and video, and then I have to eject the filament. let all that pour out. See that? And the Creality High is still calibrating. So now, once you go to the desktop, oh, forgot. The only thing is that I have to slide this over. And then, gear, this one? Gear stop? Yeah, gear stop. Oh, stop. Oh, it's there. What about this one? Oh, we have it. Okay, so it'll be the last. It'll always be the first one. So press eject. And then move this one back so that you guys can see. And now eject it. Great. Alright. Yeah, it takes a while for the Creality High to work its magic. But when it does, it does. You know, sometimes you just have to go old school. But so far so good. It's looking good. You know, if I send this to someone, the paperclip. Damn it. Yeah, I forgot something. New stuff. Alright, so let's see how we can. Yeah, maybe we might get lucky. This is the part I'm dreading. Like, if I can somehow make it longer. Well, it does need to be longer. You know what? Let's just start fresh. This is our last one though. So this will go here, or maybe just leave it as is. Look. Oh no, but it needs to be able to spin. That's the other thing. Maybe. I think we might get lucky there because look, leave the paper clip as it is. I think Swedish Forge had shared that. Just leave the hook. I think that was him. He was like, just leave the hook, and I was going crazy trying to bend it like they had in the picture. I don't even know how he did it. Look, just leave it like that. Thank you, Swedish Forge. And then I guess you could break it from the tip, right? Once we get it in as far as it needs to go. Except the only downside is that, like, it needs to be able to spin. Anyone know how to make a paper clip as straight as can be? Straight as an arrow, has a knock. Or you know what? Yeah, that's the only downside. Unless you find one of those planes at the store, you pay like $5 for, and comes with all the parts. It's like a card. But on the card are all the parts to the plane. That's as straight as it's going to get. Let's see what finish though. Hold on. Samsung Me. Creality High. Great. So there's that one. Yeah, this is really thin. Not very strong. I wonder how the wheels are supposed to go on here, but this one's interesting. Hold on. because it fits on here. I presume that's the outside. Oh wow, it's so thin that it doesn't even fit. And it's thin. Kinda. We might have to jam it in. It has to go in straight so that, there we go. Hopefully we put it in correctly. Oh, nice. I have to look at the picture and see. We can move this into the other window. Look at the picture. Yeah, it looks like that's correct. Alright, but it is warm and it's thin, so be careful taking it off the build plate. And then the wheels, I believe, can go like that. Oh wow, this is pretty cool. It's kinda. Alright, and then if you stop at the, oh you can't see, at the line. It stops right there. See that right there? That's where you put it in. And so when you have it here, hold on. At the bottom, see there's still a little bit of more space in there. You can push it. The one on the Creality, oh no, it's working. I always get nervous with that printer. I'm always afraid it's going to turn into spaghetti. But so far so good. So now back to the paper clip. So that's the only thing. So we might get like a little prop. It is called a prop plane. Might get a little prop. That's it. It's just going to sit there and do its thing because I don't see how it's going to turn unless we make the hole bigger with a drill, or keep doing that. Keep doing this and that will straighten it out. But we definitely got it where it needs to. Oh nice. And then we need to finagle it so that it's straighter than what it is. So that part right there somehow needs to be a little bit. Thanks for that idea. I would have be sitting here right now trying to bend it the way it looked in the picture because it does look cool. I was like, what the hell is that? And then you try bending your paper clip that way. You need like smaller pliers for it. Literally, it just doesn't. It's hard to get it to work. And then what we can do is when we're putting a rubber band in, but this part needs to be able to spin. Watch your hands. Yeah. Just needs that space in between there. The space between us. You ever see that movie? It's really cool. About the boy from Mars. And then now. So these, we know where this goes now. Be careful with these because apparently these don't. They slip a little bit. You could always glue them. Well, that's alright. See how they just slip? So once they're in, but not really. There are these little grooves, but as you can see, they don't really do justice. But it is tightly bound with the pressure. Oh, nice. This one went in easier. You could always grind it with the Dremel. So we have. Wait, we got one from the Creality. We're going to print another one on the Creality. If it's too hot, leave it because it will bend your print. Look, see, it's so thin that you have to be careful. Sweet. Oh, I forgot to press print again. Nice. Yeah, that'll speed things up a bit, and then the only issue we'll have is to get this thing rolling. Stuff. So this one printed really well too. So then the other one goes on this side. I will get 3 prints out of the Ender 3S1 Pro, while the Creality High is just making things perfect. But that's good. That's the good thing about having a newer machine. You don't have to panic. You don't get print anxiety. You'll come back to it, but you just have to worry about whether or not. Sweet. Now we have here. We just push it until it gets that. See, there's a little stopper right there. Yeah. Now we have we'll be done, because by the time the Ender 3S1 Pro is finished. So this is how it looks. Really nice. Oops. See? So now we just have to figure out that rubber bands we got plenty of. So we're going to take the rubber band to create that tension so that we can work it better. To figure out how short to make the paper clip. Nice. This looks good. It's hard to say, they're all so good. Oh, maybe the little one? I don't know. They want there to be tension because I wonder if I double it. No, too short. Take the long one. Yeah. You want there to be tension so that when you turn it, it spins. Does magic happen. So now what you'll do is take this end of the hook here, put that rubber band right in there, right, and then take the other rubber band, the other part of it. Oh wow, looks like I don't even know if it'll be long enough. That's a lot of tension. Maybe the other one will be better. Yeah, too tight. That would definitely tear it apart. Maybe this one. Use the shorter one. Hold on, let me get. See, this one, the shorter one will be better. Not shorter, the long and thin. Because it'll still reach, it'll still create tension, but it won't like bend the plane. So then, what we can do is take this like that, run it through the hole, and then pull it. Just pull it, pull it. Be careful, because this is where you can like hurt yourself, because if you don't lock the paper clip, that shit's gonna come flying back at you and stab someone or flick someone in the eye. So now, this is the only tricky part. I can somehow, I must reach up there. I mean, you could just take it off, right, and then feed it through the hole. If that makes any sense, right? Yeah, we got it. So now that's like that. Oh yeah, that was a good idea. So now we see it's fed. See, it will just come flying backwards. So now, you want it to be as tight as can be, right? But before you tighten it, leave enough room right about there. Put this on, if you can. Then, like that. And then, put the propeller on. Push it in. Watch your fingers. And then now, bend the tip. That's not going to go anywhere. Bend it so that you can let go of the rubber band. And then, now it'll work. But now we have to figure out like the tip part. And you want to make sure, oh man, I was going to say you want to make sure that your propeller is on correctly. It's not. It's going to fly backwards. So now I got to take it off again. Make sure the propeller is on correctly, and then put it on the way it's supposed to go. So there we go, our little stopper. The smooth part of the propellers go facing out. Now this is the only tricky part. Okay, and then push it in again, and now we're going to bend it. Yay, Creality High finished printing. Alright, so now that should be alright like that. So now we should be able to turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. Keep turning it. It shouldn't break. If you have an all-over band and you keep turning it and it breaks, that'll happen. But this is a new one out of the bag. And then we'll keep turning it, turning it. This is cool. And once we have everything correct, we'll make the paper clip shorter. But for now, we want it to be long. And then what? Yeah, the hole is so. We could make the hole bigger. We can drill it. Wow, it's so tight in there that it's not even going to let the rubber band work its magic. We'll make the hole bigger, but let's get another piece printed, okay? We have a drill for that. Okay. The other two pieces just finished, but we'll put these on and then we'll drill it, okay? Drill through. We'll make sure the tension of the rubber band, be careful. Alright, so let's see, now we have here. And then push this in. See, we got push that one in. This is pretty cool. It's a little big, but not bad. It's different. Because if you've been following me, I don't like big stuff. I like small. You could probably scale it down, if you ask me. You could probably scale the plane to be smaller. Put everything at 50%. Then you need a real small rubber band. Some prints work well scaled and some don't. You don't know until you print them, you know. It is pretty big though. Alright. Almost there. Let's fix the propeller. We're gonna have to drill. Actually, before we do the propeller, let's do these. This is how it looks. It's kind of cool, but the hole to the propeller is so tight that the rubber band's never gonna spin. It's like, how many rubber bands does it take to explode a watermelon? Literally not. And even if we made it straighter, it's still not. Once the hole is bigger, it'll be alright. Alright, knowing that, moving forward, let's get the other pieces printed in the meantime. Samsung Me, go here. Unfortunately, we have to quit the Creality application in order to open up a new one. I don't know why it does that. I think it was a little bit lower. This one, there they go. And then open it and zoom in. One should be one on the plate. Yep. Make sure we're at the right printer. Creality High. And we might send some to the under. We'll see. Slice plate. Send print. And these I want to be yellow. Yeah, let's do one at a time. This way we have white wheels with yellow rims. Start print. Alright, so this one will take a little bit longer, but that's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. Alright, so now we need to get the drill in there. Not the Dremel part, but oh wow, I didn't realize that was magnetized. Oh, well, it is because it's a motor, but I didn't realize it was so sensitive that even on the outside, the stuff would stick to the right here. See? But no insulation on the wheels. So now I have to get the Dremel drill bit, which is a little bit of a pain because it means we just have to take the Dremel apart. It was really nice that they sent this to us though, or we could not, because I want it to be the same length. So what we'll do is we'll take this apart and then take that apart. This one is for that bit, and then we have, so it'll probably take like 20 minutes to print those parts because, as you saw, the Creality High takes a while to print something, but when it does, you don't have to worry. Sometimes you can just walk away and it will continue. So this one, I believe, yeah, I don't know which one. Should label them, right? D for drill, so I know which golden bit will be for the drill. There we are. And then this, yeah, it looks like, I think that's it. No, that's not it. Maybe. Yeah, that one. If it's hard to get in, that means it's going to be the one. See? So that when you turn it, it tightens, and then you can just drill. And then I'll move that out a little bit. And then move this. And then turn this. I guess we can do this until it's ready to go in there. Now push this in like that. There. Now turn it. I want to make sure that part's tricky. There we go. Because you don't want it to be like so loose that it just comes flying out. Alright, so here's the rubber band. Fortunately, a little bit of a bummer, we gotta remove everything again. But that's okay. Hold on to the paper clip, right? And then now it's going to be hard to remove it, but I got it. Because we bent it thinking like it was just going to be, didn't need any more work. Hold on. There we go. Carefully, remember, because the pressure is there. Once you release it, the shit's gonna go flying. Yeah, that hole needs to be bigger. Alright. Wow. Yeah, it's spinning now. See? Watch. See the rubber band? Just be careful with that. Whoa. It's okay. Now, we should be able to turn this on. Except, probably turn it on when you're closer to the tip, so that we can drill right through it. It's a Dremel, so it's pretty friendly. You won't lose your fingers. The only thing you might lose is your drill bit, because the heat from the drill spinning, creating that melting experience, might get all over your drill bit. And then the only other issue is that this might be too small, but it's alright. You want it to be just as big. See, you want the drill bit to come out. Just keep doing that. Nice that it has a light though. Just keep going in and out, shaving it. Because remember the paper clip's gonna hold itself in there. Wow, that frickin' printer is still calibrating. Should have just sent it to the ender. Let's see now. Where's the paper clip? Where is the paper clip? Oh, it's still attached to the plane. Alright, got caught up in there. So now we can test it. It was taking so long, man. Okay, now we can just test it, see if it goes in and the magic happens. If not, it's alright. Just do it again. Wonder how Bob's doing. Oh, nice. Maybe. Yep, it's spinning. Okay, good. As long as it spins but doesn't create too much tension in there. Alright, so now, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sold on it, to be honest with you. That goes on. Smooth part goes on first. Sweet. So then that. So now we have to find that sweet spot. To bend it so there's no pressure. Right, and so we don't lose, but so that it stays straight. Right? And so hopefully. Nah. Even if it is straight, it's still not. Oh yeah. Sweet. Tension's there. Okay. I don't see how that's going to create enough thrust though. You got to wind it really tight for the magic to happen. Like really tight. Until it starts bulking from the other end. You probably want, so if you get one bulk on the end without popping it, that might be enough to create enough like lift or thrust, whatever you call it, so that the plane will be able to work the magic. We need at least one knot. Let's see. And then now, I might do it. We didn't get a knot, but that's the only guarantee to know that the tension's there in the rubber band to make the magic happen. And then, no. Maybe. It'll spin. I felt a breeze. It was like guitarish. You know what? It might need a better rubber band experience. It might need like a bigger one. Let's try it. Go big or go home. What have we got to lose, right? We can't break it because we can print it as many times as we want. Let's try another rubber band. The thinner one is great because it makes the distance, but it doesn't give it the pressure needed when you have a thicker rubber band, right? creating the tension with less turns. But the problem is getting it in there. So we'll have the pressure. Shit might be like a slingshot worthy experience, but be careful. Don't break your stuff. And then now we've got the pressure. Shit. Like a lot of pressure. Hold on, I'll let you guys see. So we got so much pressure that I think this will do the trick. Sweet. Be careful. There's not so much pressure that shit goes flying in your face. Alright, so now we got the tension needed so that when we spin it, at least I thought we did. What? Oh, maybe it's too tight in the front? Yeah, too tight in the front. But you don't want to make it too loose, too, either. How the fuck they get that plane with the picture on there? And, you know what? Let's hook it. Hook it at the tip, right? So that it's straight. Oh, no, you can't. No, without. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. All right, just have to wind it more, thicker rubber band, and then you get. The only tricky part is. Sweet. Shit, the printer's still calibrating. I already have this thing back together. I'm gonna send it to the Creality High. I mean the Ender 3S1 Pro. Let me just take this apart. I take this apart, right, and then put it away. Get the STL file ready for the Ender 3S1 Pro. Press print, and the Creality High is still getting ready. Literally, can't make that shit up. Use pliers to get the 90. Okay, I'll do that. Use pliers to get the 90-degree angle. You need to get that angle right so that we can keep. And it's tricky because it's a paper clip and shit. Don't We got the back right. I did what you said to do at the back. I just left the hook. It was so simple, but yet I was making it so complicated. And now for the front, we're gonna need pliers to get that angle so that it just works out. We'll put this in here, put this in here, and then now we should be able to. Nope, that's not gonna work. I do need to order new Dremel tips, unfortunately. If you have a link to Dremel tips, send them to me. Hold on. Damn, that printer's still getting ready. Okay, there's our drill bit. And then there's this. Yep, it's taking the filament. It's okay, I'll send it. I'll send one. I'll send one the last two, probably to Creality. Alright, sweet. So that's here. We got our drill bit ready, our Dremel bit there. We'll put this away. This is nice though, it's pretty cool. I think Bob would like this. Bob said he has to think about it. Where are the... Oh, they're right here. It's an interesting kid's toy, but I wouldn't give it to my kids. Only because I'd be worried about that shit, the rubber band flying off and the tension creating a slingshot-like experience with that paper clip. That's the only downside. You know, like, unless you get the 90-degree angle like Swedish Forge suggested, that might change the experience. Damn, that printer is still getting ready. I'm gonna go to the gym, come back, and it's still gonna be like calibrating your print. Okay, we'll go to prepare, and then go here. So we'll just send it to Render 3S1 Pro, slice plate. The only downside is that it's going to be, oh no, it'll be okay with the color. And then we're going to export G code, and then leave it as Waxis. Yay, the print started. Let's check it out, and then save it to the desktop. Yeah, it's getting there. It's going to print fast, but you can spit all three out from the other printer. Quickly. Hold on, I'll be back. And then next week we got a really cool print. I've always been a fan of. I love the miniatures. I'm a big fan of them. I like the ones where there's a store in New York City that has chess pieces, and all the chess pieces are little miniatures, which are really hand painted, crafted. It's just amazing. Oh, wrong one. And now we get to print our own. Press eject. What? Oh wow, that's new in the operating system. You have the option to erase a disk when you right click. That was never there before. Okay. One finished. Let's see. Yay, we got one after 10 minutes. 15 maybe. It's amazing how you have these prints, right? Hold on. Where something so small can print, like microengineering at its perfection, that they managed to figure out how we can print that so that if this can go here, this can go in there, right? And then this. Oh, that could be the only mistake I'm doing right now is sometimes like using different printers, we might not get that experience, but we should. Wow, look at that. The wheels spin. Sweet. Hello, Bob. What's up, Bob? You might like this plane. We are got 3 more pieces to print. Hopefully it works. I'll try it out there. I'll push my phone like to the computer screen, and then we'll see if it works. But we changed the rubber band, and we still have to put it at a 90-degree angle so that everything works out really well. And you twist it, and it's supposed to create. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride, though. You really need to turn it. Let's see if we can turn it for as long as we can turn it, because I don't feel like it's going to create that magic. But we will try it at a 90-degree angle, like Swedish Forge suggested. Keep turning it. Now that should create enough pressure. That will do it. All right, cool. Let's do that 90-degree angle without messing it up. Bob. Bob it a bob, bob it a bob, bang, 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 bing, boom, bing, boom, 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 boom. Remember, American Werewolf from London? Oh no, I bent it. Oh wow, this shit almost. That's what you want to be careful for. The tension that builds up that can cause the shit to go flying back. I wasn't thinking. I was just like so excited, and almost like, you'll shoot your eye out, kid, literally. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't give this to my kids, because gotta be really careful. Oh wait, but we lost a piece because it went flying backwards. We might have to print the piece again. The yellow spacer thingy that holds the propeller. No. So we gotta watch out for that. Let's see. Oh, found it. Not that I wouldn't mind if we lost it. We just print another one, but at the the speed of things happening with these parts we're trying to print right now, it's going to take forever. Now I can't pick it up. What does it say? Has it been 2 weeks already? Waiting patiently. Yeah, I know. It's been 2 weeks, Bob. Something happened. I forgot what happened. I got called in. I got called in for work, and my boss and the schedule got all crazy and shit. So I couldn't. I think we can do the rubber band part later. Let's get that 90-degree angle. Oh wow, the Creality High finished. Unbelievable. Oh, wait, not Creality High. I made a mistake. The Ender 3S1 Pro. Creality High is still figuring out what to do. And so now we have here, and we'll do the front. So the rims will be yellow, one yellow and one gray. And then this should fit in there. Hopefully, right? Without breaking it. Yay. Wheel spins, and now I guess I could press print again on the Creality High. I mean on the Ender 3S1 Pro, and then by the time the Creality High finishes, we'll be done. Pretty cool. Alright, let's see what we got. So now we have to finagle it so that this goes at a 90 degrees, and then we can just make the magic happen. There we go. Let me push this in so that you guys can see stuff. There we go. So we're going to push this in. Some assembly required. And then push this back. Okay. Move that a little bit there. Make sure the smooth part is the best part so that we'll get our thrust. Print the two plugs directly. Not one by one. Yeah, but then it takes forever. You're right, though. I should do that, but it's too late now. They are, they're printing right now. I'm not a fan of printing stuff like that one at a time. Will it work, though? I don't know. I'll do that next time. One print at a time. Just one, two, and then now it should work. Oh yeah, much better now. Oh man, damn it. I forgot to put this. I wonder if it'll let me. No, I forgot the spacer. Alright. But that pliers worked with the 90 degrees. You don't want to bend it too much because it's a paper clip. And we all know that when we bend the paper clip, forwards and backwards, backwards and forwards too many times, shit will break, and I think that's our only one. Okay. And then we have here, push this in. Alright, there, that looks good, like right about there. That will definitely spin. Leave that at 90. Yay! Thank you, Swedish Forge. And then, not yet, but soon. Look, and it'll spin. At least I think. Make sure this is at a nicer angle. And then, once it's good to go, you could break the tip. But I think in this case, I'm going to try doing this with the tip. Remember the old cars? Where you would have to wind them up? To start, maybe we can do that here. Like with the plane. And then we have like a little... wind it up. Alright, so now we can take the rubber band and push this like this. Make that nice. Now the tricky part is this part right here. Whoa, whoops. Almost worked like a slingshot trying to just get the rubber band through the hole. Alright, so then we'll pull from the bottom, work our way in from the bottom. This is the tricky part. Getting it. Either way, you'd have to do this from the front or behind, so it doesn't really matter. But at least we know the plane is just hold one, pull the other, hold one, pull the other. And then the other, we could probably do it from the bottom, like underneath. Let your thumb do that, right? And then pull it from the, whoops, don't make sure it doesn't do like a slingshot thing, but then do like this, see? And then now, voila. Now we can see if our little wind-up thingy worked. Not really, because look, the propeller is a little bent, so that's why you need it to be at almost at a 90 degree. Yeah, there we go. And to have that tension, but not so much tension, but just enough, because if it's too taut, there we go. Now if we spin it, yep. So now you can bring it on the big screen. Oh wow, the Ender 3S1 Pro finished again. Oh yeah, that's so wild. Let's see, and we're still waiting for see, it's done. It already finished. But the Creality highs, I don't know. The Creality high is still calibrating, so I just cleaned off the Ender 3S1 Pro, and while the Creality high is still hasn't started yet, which is printing another one from the other printer. So let's see. There. So now let's see who won, right? Who's gonna win? I don't know. It's a race now because I just started the Ender 3S1 Pro. And now we have here, I don't know, Ender 3 is starting. Let's see. Ender 3S1 Pro. Look at that, it's already beginning. It's still a good printer, you know? It's still good, don't get me wrong. They're both good in their own special way. The Ender 3 is more meticulous, whereas the Creality High No, less meticulous. The Creality High is more meticulous, and whereas the Ender 3 is all about, it's slower, but not still good. Still good because I'd still be using it. Creality High is doing a filament change. Interesting. Swedish Forge is like, I don't want to look. Yeah, because you could break this accidentally. By just squeezing them in. This is pretty good though. Now let's see. We're waiting for the Creality High just started. Let's see. Oh, not Creality High. Ender 3. Ender 3 just started. Now this is a race between the two. Yeah, I think Ender 3 will win. I don't know. You decide. Now we should be able to have that tension. Yes, S1 Pro is a good printer to start with. It is, right? But it teaches you everything you want to know about printing. You got to level it. You got to tweak it. You got to learn about the nozzles and this and that. I don't know. Creality High just started. There's so much of a learning curve with the Ender 3S1. It's very hands-on. You literally, like, if shit don't work, there's no one you can call but you and the forums. Hopefully the forums will help you. A lot of times they chew you out. Like, you don't know? Read the manual. You get a lot of those answers. Or like, oh, you're an idiot. How could you be so stupid? Why did you buy a printer if you don't know how to use it? Literally. That's why we created this channel, because you won't get roasted. We did have a troll earlier. I think that was a troll, that Roblox thingy. It should be, now this should work. Let's see. Oh my god, that's gonna work. That is so cool. Yeah, I think this one might just be worthy of a YouTube short. An assembly, right? And then like watching it work. Usually we do that for the prints that are, and all our prints really get shorts, but this one would be like a dedicated short, because it's really, I could feel it. I feel it. Except you gotta watch out for that Oravan. You might do this too much and the shit will pop in. The hardest part will be taking it off. It was my first printer. Very easy to learn with. Yeah, it was mine too. Now the newer ones, you're not learning anything. The new ones, oh, they both, it's a tie. Wow, they both finished at the same time. That is pretty wild. I wish you could have seen that, but Creality High and Ender 3 at the same time. But we started the Creality High a long time ago. So yeah, but I'm gonna take the winner. I don't know, it's a tie, but I don't know which one I get first. Yay! I took the one from the Creality Ender 3S1 Pro. Alright. This is pretty cool. Then I'll have to push my phone to, I have to find the little stand though. Oh yeah, I do have one. So that I can wind up the plane and then put it down. Right? I'll let you guys see. Great, that means next week we have a new 3D, took like freaking 6 weeks. Bob was right, like almost a month. 2 months, right, to get this one thing going. But now, just be careful not to break it when you put it in, because, oh wow, interesting. That one is not going in. Now it's going in. Requires a little bit of work, but you want the wheel to be able to spin. Sweet. Look at that. I could see it working. Let's get my phone. And this printer is still a champion, right? Even though we didn't take the piece off because you didn't win. We started you, even though they finish at the same time. I don't know. It doesn't count, right? Because the winner really was Ender 3S1 Pro. Yeah. So again, you learn a lot. like now I find myself tweaking the software more on the Crowley High, spending more time trying to figure out supports, no support, print supports, paint support, and all that other fun stuff, opposed to like getting my wrench out, taking the shit apart. Those days are over with the newer printers. I miss that, but if you still have your Ender 3S1 Pro, those days aren't over. It's just a matter of when. And when it does happen, it's a nightmare. All right, so let's see. I'm going to push this to the computer, and we'll wind it up outside. Hopefully it'll still push. Let's see what number. 7683. 7683. And then now... Oh, I think I quit it too soon. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. Now, I'm going to put this in a good spot, and then hopefully when I come back, it'll still be feeding. It'll still be pushing. And then... Sweet. Whoops. Don't break your stuff. Now we should be able to wind it, right? And then see what happens when we put it down. Hopefully it goes flying across the floor like a Hot Wheels. One of those Hot Wheel commercials. Hot Wheels going away. And then you get the Hot Wheel and it's like, they tried to do it like in the commercial. I was like, that shit don't work. I want it to go fast and do the loop-de-loops. Nah, it should just fall. And then the race car track's the same. This is pretty cool. I think this is enough tension. All right. Hopefully. It worked. Sweet, we are done. 1 month later. I like that. I'm gonna wind it up again. Give you one more for the road. 90-degree angle. Thank you, Swedish Forge. That did the trick. Somewhat 90, but yeah, no, it did. And oh wait, I never pushed it. There we go. Sorry about that. I saw it. You didn't see it. Hold on. Here we go. Again. It went flying across the floor. 30 frames per second, HD resolution. Didn't realize that. Interesting. That's good to know. And that's my iPhone camera resolution. Keep turning. I closed it. Whoa. I let it go. Hold on 1 second. So I'm going to have to wind this and then come back because you need 2 hands. One to hold it. I think you can. Oh yeah. Because I got to get the door. And then hopefully I can hold it again. I just wound it up but lost the experience. It went across the floor though, which was really cool. Maybe I'll press record. Maybe that has a hook. I know you didn't see anything. Yep, I hear you. Alright, we're gonna put it on the floor again. Oh, I forgot. Oh. There we go. Not bad, right? Now we saw it. It's kind of cool. You could make it a little bit tighter in the front, because when you spin it too tight, it starts to unravel itself, and the tighter it is, the further it will go. Like, it went further the first time. I mean, it doesn't really count if you don't see it. There's like an expression. If it's not on Strava, it never happened. If we can get a little angle. It's a little deceiving in the directions, because that picture just shows the airplane. This is where you do it. This is how you get it without anything in the front. You know, I could see someone saying, but it's not working, or getting flicked accidentally. So now we're going to do it like this to make it tighter. So it goes further. The tighter it is, the further it will go. Not too tight, because the rubber band will pop. But now let's try it again. Okay, let's see. Do Samsung only, so you get the full view. And that's pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? We got it working. Thank you, Swedish Forge, for helping us get that right angle. It looks good. Looks nice. I like it. You know, I already have one up there though. That one's more like a gun, slingshot flyer thing that goes in the air. But this is pretty cool. It took some work, some tweaking, and some using additional printers, but not bad. It's a little big. If it was smaller, I would definitely, have room for it here somewhere. We're gonna run out of space. But this one's pretty cool. Anyway, I like it. But we'll have to print some more parts again, if someone does call it, so that it fits in a box, and so it's easier to assemble. But other than that, yeah, it is pretty cool. This is something like that will last a lifetime. Like one of those toys. Back in the day, people would make their own toys, and we do on this channel. So yeah, it's interesting. I just wish it was smaller, but it is cool. I could see like a kid wanting this in their room. Really, or a big kid like myself. I just don't have the space. I do have to combine some filaments though. We'll probably save that for next week's 3D print of the week, because we'll print Swedish Forge's miniature and then combine the filaments, because this is pretty cool. Anyway, that's it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And let me just reply back. Work now. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Anyway, hope this video helped you. Next week we have a different print. It might be a 2 or 3 part series. Definitely a 2-part, 3-part maybe, because we have to prime it and then paint it. So we'll definitely prime it on the first video, and depending on the details, you know, it might require another video too, because you really want to get the details in, like we did with this print right here. The legs, those little yellow stripes, and her lips, stuff like that, you know, like to get the finer elements of the facial features. So it will take some time, but it was really cool. This is really nice. Yeah, hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. And we have wish there was a button I could press.
My name's How to Buy Lou, that's what they call me online. Everything that glitches, yeah, that channel's mine. Got filaments spinning in the middle of the night. Multicolor magic in the printer's light. Lego on the floor and slippers on my feet. In my little basement where the air hums to the beat. Alexa turns the lights off when I say goodnight, but I'm still wide awake watching layers stack just right. Layer by layer, watch it come alive. Plastic dreams keeping this country boy high. Hear that motor singing like a late night bar in a basement room. I'm a backyard star. I'm How to Buy Lou and I'm a rock star. Basement stage, but I'm dreaming big and far. Blue plaid night shirt, sweatpants, guitar. Yeah, I'm building my fame from a filament jar. Market gas, Swedish Forge, front row every night. Glowing in the comments like a neon light. On YouTube, we're riding the stream. Small town channel, big time dream. I'm How to Buy Lou, I'm a rock star. Printer running hot at full speed every day. Multicolor layers stacking my way. Lego scattered on the ground. Country boy tech with a plastic sound. When I'm not printing, I'm flying my drone up in the sky where I feel at home. I'm a drone nerd, yeah, I roam around, buzzing through the fields with that freedom sound. Ventilation blowing straight into my mic. Can't read the chat, but I'm feeling alright. Maybe someday I'll slow it down. Catch every comment from this little town. I'm How to Buy Lou and I'm a rock star. Live in that basement boulevard. Market guy in Swedish Forge in the dark. Lighting up the stream like a neon bar. Subscribing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit that button, keep the dream alive. I'm How to Buy Lou, I'm a rock star. Yeah, I know I miss a comment line. Scrolling too fast, but I'm trying to shine. From America to wherever you are, we're building this channel like a brand new car. Filament dreams and a drone in the sky. Basement king and I don't know why, but every single stream feels right. Clap your hands if you love 3D. Clap your hands if you're nerd like me. Slippers on.